people just think they post content and that's gonna make an impact for their business, but it's not. You need a full system.
Find the top 5 people on Google, go look at their Instagrams. Within a week, you can beat them on Instagram.
On Google, you get 1 touch point when they search for you. On Instagram, when you have Instagram ads running, it will hit their phone multiple times a day, every single day.
Check this out.
And I'm excited for you guys to take this knowledge and just crush it in your city.
What's up, guys? We just touched down in Florida. All right, so today we're at our one of our mentors' houses right now, and we're about to learn some game. We're gonna actually talk about the strategy that we run for our clients. He's been helping us with it. He's been understanding it, and you know, he's kind of the one that basically taught us on how to do these things, and I really appreciate him for that. So me and Harley, we're about to go in there and get some game, and we'll tell you how everything goes.
Let's go.
Hey, my man Boris. What's up, bro?
Let's go, Harley.
Let's go.
Legends right here.
Yes, Boris. What's up, brother? Yo, good seeing you again, man.
Let's go.
Last time I seen you, we were in Costa Rica, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, having a good time,
Massive
man.
things coming, man.
Yes. Hey, guys, you best coach ever, man. Love this dude to death, like family. Appreciate you having us over. I can't wait to learn the new strategies that we got cooking, huh?
100%. Guys, if you don't take advantage of the local ad strategy and everything that Reyes and Harley are teaching you guys, you're simply missing out, right? Everyone in your space is relying on word of mouth, right? If you're relying on word of mouth, you're like comfortable, right? And you're relying on Google, which is absolutely brutal. It's a downhill slope, and you're competing with hundreds of people. You do great work, like year after year, you do better work, right? Why aren't you getting paid so much more, right? You're more skilled, you execute better, you have more leverage, you have a bigger team, yet you're not scaling to the level you want. It's because you're playing the wrong game. You're not executing on Instagram and hiring these guys to help you take over. And so
I always say, it's not a magic pill, it's common sense.
Yeah.
Put your business where everyone is addicted to and they spend all their hours on there.
Dude,
this is the way of 2026 moving forward, guys. And I can't wait to learn more of these great strategies from my man right here. Let's go. What you boys saying, man?
Man, it's time to scale. We're jamming on the best strategy in the market for local service businesses. This guy had a client who closed $1.2 million off of what, $9,000 in ad spend?
$9,000 in ad spend.
I had a client who got a 21x return in the month of January. They put $1,000 in, got $21,400 back out from that ad spend.
Insane. So guys, let me ask you a question about that, right? So for this funnel, because these guys are running the same exact strategy in their cities. So now other service-based businesses are going to start to learn this strategy around different cities. Obviously, me and Harley over here, we're doing this in Austin, but the cat is going to be out of the bag very soon, guys, and more people are going to start to catch on to it. So guys, what do you say about right now with this strategy, how important it is to actually start to implement it before everybody else knows? Let's talk about that one win. Like, how much did that client spend in ad spend to make $1.2 million?
Okay, so my client, James from Florida Contracting. So before that, he was relying just predominantly word of mouth referrals. We met, we used the same strategy for him. He spent $9,000 in ad spend, one local ad, $1.2 million in revenue added to his business, and now we're scaling for the new year, Q1. So we're launching a whole new other ad for him. It's a life-changing, game-changing thing for it. And guys, right, if you're not, like, the thing is like, this is like if you started Google Ads like 5 years ago or 6 years ago, right? Like, if you were the first to do that, like, you conquered the space, like, it's going to be the same for this, right? Google traffic is at an all-time low because people aren't searching anymore, right? They're scrolling, right?
ChatGPT,
right? AI browsers. Everything's visual, trust-based.
This is something that when the market gets this, it's going, and we're 5 years early, like Mo said. But once people start to catch on to where the attention is at and where they can actually make sales right on the phones, where everyone is literally glued to and addicted to every single day, like, you're gonna make sales. But if your competition does it before you, they will win and beat you out very fast. A guy can start a business tomorrow, get on Instagram and scale his business 10 times faster than someone that is still using Google Ads.
Imagine trying to start a moving company from zero. My client, Waldy from Lola's Moving, he didn't even have an actual moving company when he started working with me, right? It was just a side hustle. He got banned off of TaskRabbit, had no leads coming in. He got his LLC going. We launched one ad firm. So far, he's done over $30,000 cash collected. One local ad. He went from not even having a Google business page. Look him up. Now he has 35 five-star reviews on Google and an actual full-time moving business. And he started with a pickup truck and a trailer. Now he's upgrading to a full-size moving truck. That was over 6 months with this strategy.
Definitely, guys. So anyways, we're going to get back to it. My man Boris is giving us crazy game. Boris, what do you got to say, bro? How's it been so far giving us game?
Incredible having you guys in my own home. And I'm excited for you guys to take this knowledge and just crush it in your city. Your clients are about to scale. 99.9% of other people in your specific industry in their city, all their Instagrams are not dialed in at all. All their Instagrams have graphic posts. They don't know how to utilize it and turn it into a funnel. And that's what my boy Reyes does here. He's going to make you a lot more money than you've ever experienced.
Let's go. Thanks for the go. Thanks for the go right here. Brother. All right, we'll get back to the game now. Peace, guys.
Guys, you cannot delegate sales once you know your numbers 100% accurately. You guys need to stop doing the bullshit of waiting 2 to 4 days to input your numbers. So that is something you guys need to understand with closers. No side offers whatsoever. And this is a big one. They gotta be charismatic and build friendships with leads that leads to follow-ups. Like, that is not how you want to be in sales position. Like that.
All right, guys. So we're out here taking a little break, but man, we just learned some crazy strategies back at the house that we're super excited to implement with our service-based businesses back in Austin. Man,
our inner circle is going to dominate 2026 because no one else is doing this.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited for them. Let's go.
Let's
Time
go.
to eat, though. Time to eat. All right, guys, let's do a little Q&A in the car, and let's help service businesses understand why Instagram has not been working for them thus far. Like, if they, and Josh, let's start with you because you're doing this out in Virginia and you're dominating Virginia, helping a bunch of service businesses actually implement this same exact funnel. Tell me what has been the biggest issue that they come to you before they even sign up with you, and they're like, "Hey, man, I don't think Instagram could work for me." Why do they always feel like Instagram can't work for them? Like, what's missing from them to have an effective Instagram that actually makes them money, and instead of just getting likes and followers and stuff like that?
Yeah, well, I'd say the big thing is they don't have an actual strategy. And let me break down what that actually means. First of all, they're posting generic cookie cutter Canva graphics, like just typical templates that they found online that are basically putting out features about their service or benefits about their service. They're not actually posting high quality videos that are building trust with the market, but that's not it alone. You need to have the high quality content. You need to have high quality ads, especially the ads are like the way you open the door to getting lead flow, but you also have to have the proper conversion processes behind it. And you ask all of my clients who have absolutely crushed it, they will say, the first thing that they'll say is the ad gets the lead flow, but the ad alone does not grow your business as the conversion. And many of my clients have said this would not be working if it was just an ad. We need a whole system. And people just think they post content and that's going to make an impact for their business, but it's not. You need a full system. You need to have a strategic approach to actually be able to get customers through Instagram.
Yeah, so it all comes down to, like I said, like if their main issue is, hey, like, Mo, I don't have predictability in my business, or they have, up and down months constantly, or, they've been stagnant for many, many years. Well, it's because predominantly they a lot of these businesses are relying on word of mouth and referrals, which are great. It means that they do great work. It's just, it's not, you can't predictably scale your business off of that alone. That's all it is.
Dope response, and is actually a fact, right? So a lot of them are very invincible and they're not putting the right strategy in place. What's up, guys? It's been an amazing weekend with a bunch of great entrepreneurs. And as you guys know, and these guys can vouch for me as well, like, being an entrepreneur, you don't relate to people anymore. Like, you can't have normal friends anymore. And it's such a good environment when you can be around people and you talk about things that actually matter to you. I'll be real, like, I don't relate to a lot of people anymore. And it's also, it was not a sad thing. It was just more of like, I started to evolve into a different person. And getting to the next level means that there's certain people that you kind of split apart from. And I'm sure a lot of you guys as business owners, service businesses, you can't relate to a lot of people anymore. And a lot of your friends are not there. I mean, these guys are basically family, and we're all like growing businesses together. And that's why it was so important when me and Harley created a business in Austin. We didn't chase after the revenue. We chased after the CEO and the actual person to work with. And because of us doing that, we ended up having an amazing group in Austin, and all my inner circle can actually vouch for that. But we have a crazy environment just like this right here, where we can where we can become vulnerable, and we can talk about business, and we can talk about the things that are actually affecting us. Because it's hard being an entrepreneur. Like, what would you say to that, Boris?
No,
Like, speaking of that.
you're 100% right, man. It's like you go through a no man's land where you go through this area of your life where your friends want you to hang out every weekend or to grab a beer and like always be available 24/7, and you're just not available anymore. All you think about is your family and the business. All you think about is the future, and I think that that's what separates you from everyone else, because you're so focused on making your future amazing because you're fed up with your current situation, and everyone else is complacent with what they have, and they keep feeding themselves BS, telling themselves we're doing okay.
Yeah.
No, they're not, and you've accepted that. And so like the fact that you've accepted that means that you're already levels ahead, and it's supposed to get lonely. You're not like, the circle gets smaller the more money you make.
100%.
And I think it's better, man. My circle's smaller and smaller, and it's like quality versus
Yes, I love that. Man, that workout was insane. Like, bro, I felt so out of shape. I mean, literally, I was dead after.
Yeah.
Like, literally, 3 people threw up. It was insane.
I was one of those 3 on the warm up.
Yeah, right. Now we just got dressed. We're headed to the yacht, and we're gonna take you guys along. So check it out.
go.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, so we just got here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Check out the yacht.
It's the yacht day, man. I'm super excited for this one.
Hopping on. Let's do it.
Check this out.
Go,
Beautiful.
Boris. What's up, Boris?
Let's go.
Let's do it. All right, guys, we out here on the boat. Beautiful, Harley. What you gotta say, man?
Man, check out how beautiful.
Bro, look,
we gotta
look at how
appreciate.
amazing.
We have to take a
Oh
second
my
and
God, let's
appreciate
show
this.
them. Let's show them the vibes out here. Beautiful. Got the boys out in town. Let's go. Amazing. What's up, guys? So we're here with Boris, the man, the legend right here. And, you know, Boris, I want to tell the audience, service-based businesses, why they need to stop doing things that the way they've been doing for marketing for the past 10 years and the way that their, you know, grandfathers and fathers have been doing it. Like, why is it important for them to pivot right now?
Yeah, no, I mean, here it all comes down to understanding that you as a service business get better year after year. Like, you are more talented year after year. And sometimes you wonder to yourself, and you go home after a long week, after a long day, you barely just paid your team, you barely made enough to like just get by. And sometimes you don't feel like you made enough. And you ask yourself, like, man, my skills have gotten better. My work ethic has always been there. The business works. I always show up and take care of my clients. Why am I not paid more? And the problem is your marketing is it's an uphill slope. You're doing what everyone's been doing for the last 20 years, relying on Google, relying on word of mouth. And I love word of mouth. Anytime I get a referral, easiest sale ever. I can't clip my fingers and just get 10 more referrals today, and neither can you as a service business. And so understanding that, like, look, you're good at what you do, and you should be getting paid more. And the reason you're not getting paid more is because you don't understand the game of marketing and getting attention. And the way you do it is with Reyes and Harley and using local Instagram ads. And once you understand that it's already helped so many of their clients, and it's already proven, it's like, it just clicks. You will finally see growth.
Love that. Thank you. And so I want to dive in a little bit deeper to something, because a lot of them might see, you know, what we do and say, why can't I just go shoot a video and do that instead of actually doing, you know, working with you guys? Because a lot of people come in and like, yo, I just want a video to work with you, and we're like, we don't shoot video. We're not a production company.
Yeah.
But from your experience of being in this for past like 5 years, what would you say about that?
Yeah, so it all comes down to like the end goal, right? If you want a video that sits on the page and gets you some random views and does not get any conversions, be our guest. You can go hire some cheap videographer and get 0 results. The reason you are getting a video done, taking time out of your day away from your business to create content is to see revenue from it, is to see predictable growth from it. And the only way you could do that is by an ad, a local ad that you could set. And look, here's the thing. If you realize that your goal is not to go viral, your goal is not to have your video explode and go all over the US. Your goal is to hit a local market that, in a 25-mile radius that is willing to buy from you. That is who can finally pay you and actually be one of your clients. And when you understand that the goal is not just random views, but it is hyper-focused and targeted views that are from buyers that can actually afford your service, everything changes.
I love it. I love it. Now, here's another question, right? So, why is it such a big opportunity now, currently, for them to understand that, like Instagram, and why Instagram? Like, why Instagram? Why do we always preach it? Why are we always putting our stuff on Instagram? Like, what is it about Instagram?
Yeah, no, the reason they need you, so Instagram is an untapped market. So when you think about it this way, like the easiest way I could paint this picture is if you're a service business and you go and say you're an HVAC business or a med spa or whatever, and you go Google yourself and your location. There are hundreds of people you're competing with, and sometimes you don't even realize how big your competition truly is, all competing for the same amount of people in the city. And the reason you need to pivot to Instagram is because it's untapped. I dare you to go find the top 5 people on Google, 5 highest rated ones, and that's probably not you. And if it is you, kudos to you. You need to stack Instagram with it, but you're probably not on the top 5. And so go look at their Instagrams. Within a week, you could beat them on Instagram. It will take you years to beat them on Google if they just stop doing their business right now. And so you need to understand where is the cheapest place to acquire a customer and where is the highest leverage activity and highest leverage marketing you can have. And that is where no one else is doing it. That is where very few service businesses are doing it right now that are working with them, and they're taking over the market. They're taking over the market. And not only, this works in every single city. And so it's just understanding the market. It's a blue ocean opportunity. Why would you spend more on Google? Why would you spend more on any other strategy? Why would you hire a marketing company that's going to do lead form ads that gets you leads that don't even convert when you can be the first one to dominate on Instagram? And so it's all about understanding the market and understanding what gets you the cheapest customer acquisition cost and gets you in front of the right buyers.
Because Instagram doesn't know, and I'll just piggyback off of Boris, Instagram doesn't know who's a friend or a buyer. For most of my clients, they're getting leads for less than $1 coming in to see their business. And they're hitting over 100,000 people per month, literally in the first month of running a strategy like this. So if they even close 1%, they'll be making money. Yeah. And with the Google, how many people are spending hours on Google to nowadays? Like seriously.
The game is shifting. I think the younger generation, not even the younger generation, my parents who are in their 60s are now hiring things on Instagram. We literally in the last 10 days, we hired a mobile detailer on Instagram from an Instagram ad. My wife hired that. I hired a contractor to install my sauna from an Instagram ad, and then there was a third one. And mobile detailer, sauna, and then there was a third activity that we delegated. The nails. My wife found a nail salon that was highly reputable. And the thing about Google is it has users' pictures, like people putting these images with their crusty fingers. That is not what gets someone to come in. You have no control of the images people put as a review. On Instagram, you control it. You can have the aesthetic. You can show people what you're able to do, and that is able to convert buyers so much faster.
That's amazing. So guys, look, here's the thing, Boris, and I want to explain something to them. We're on a yacht, we're in Florida, but when we get back home, our calendar is booked out. The opportunity from Instagram can allow for any service-based business to travel and not worry about that, because what happens when they have leads coming in for their business every single day versus where they're at right now?
Yeah, 100%. So like one thing you got to understand, acquisition or customer acquisition is literally the lifeblood of the business. And so if you don't have leads coming in predictably, then you can't predictably hire. You can't hire any employees. You can't predictably pay people. You can't predictably grow your business. You're hoping and wishing that every year is a bigger year. But when you can afford to acquire customers and you know how much it costs you to acquire each job, it becomes it's a math game, right? It's a game of math. It's like, hey, I spend $2,000 and I close a $50,000 construction job. Hey, I spend $50 and I acquire a customer for my med spa. Depending on each industry, everyone has a different acquisition cost. But when you understand that it's just a numbers game, a math game, business becomes a lot easier, and it's less about emotion, and it's a lot more about like zooming out and being the CEO where you can hire people. Look, here's the thing as well. People don't realize why they got in the game of business. You got into have freedom. Like my wife is over there on the yacht enjoying everything. I bring her on for everything. Like that is the whole goal, to travel, to enjoy life. And if that's not what you want to do, then that's completely fine. But your goal is not to be a CEO, to be a slave to the business and work every day because you have to. You got to do it because you want to, right? And have those people in place and help them grow.
All right, so a lot of people talk about, Google, Thumbtack, Yelp, or they're marketing their business there. But let's talk about the trust factor. When someone wants to hire you from any of those platforms, how do you build trust on those platforms? And why is Instagram a better place to build trust?
You can't build trust on these platforms. Here's the thing. With Yelp, Angie's whatever, Thumbtack, anything, majority of your leads are shared leads. So here's the thing. Your first interaction with a client where you shake their hand and give them a free estimate, or your first interaction with any lead that you're trying to close, is a negative one because 4 other people are approaching that lead every single day and calling them. So now they're bombarded. Think about it from a consumer's perspective. They just want a service done. They don't want 4 phone calls from 4 different companies bombarding them, seeing how they can, seeing their pitch and trying to hire them. And so when you understand that you need to own your audience, and the only way to own your audience is to actually bring in an audience that likes you for you, that is when you win. And secondly, this game is shifting. It's a trust game. When you can showcase the jobs you've done, the clients you have, the success stories you have, it builds so much trust so much faster. And another thing, especially if you are a solo contractor or business, a solo client of Reyes's or anyone in Austin or wherever, if you are the one that the consumer sees. So for instance, let me paint you a picture. If I need a contractor and I see an ad from a contractor in my city in Boca Raton, Florida, and I see their face from the ad. I message them. We have a quick interaction. We hop on a phone call. They come over the next day, give me an estimate, and it's the same guy I saw on Instagram. Massive trust built. It's a lifelong asset. Having a local brand where people recognize you, recognize your hard work, and recognize what you've been able to accomplish here in your city.
That is amazing. Because here's the thing too, because when people come in from Google and they just search you, you don't capture that lead.
Not at all.
No one knows, you don't know who searched for you at all. But on Instagram, when people come into your funnel, they come in as a follower and you capture that lead. So now anytime you post, you're nurturing those leads into a sale because they're following you for a reason. If I wasn't interested in a cat page to see cats all day, I'm not gonna follow that page. So if I follow your plumbing business, it's because eventually either 1, I need your service now, or 2, I'm literally just coming to see what you got going on. Because when people see you from your ads, they're literally gonna come in, and most of the time, they wanna do research next. So your page has to be optimized to make the sale. And that's why nurturing is so much easier on Instagram, because they come in and they see you. They don't see your logo. If you have a logo, you gotta remove it, and you gotta put the person to the business, because that's who people wanna work with nowadays.
So, and it's very important to understand the consumer, right? The consumer, when they are trying to get a free estimate and you're not picking up the phone, they're dialing the first 10 people on Google. They're calling everyone back, right? They're calling every single one of these people, and the first person that gives them the cheapest price, that's who they're hiring, and the first person that picks up. Sometimes you're at a job, you can't pick these people up. You can't pick up the phone, but with Instagram, it's a whole different ballgame. You have the lead in your pipeline, you're nurturing them, and they are a lot more willing to give you their phone number and agree to a time for an estimate.
That's beautiful. I love that. I think that for the most part, we have to understand where we're at in marketing, and people live in a convenient environment, right? Yeah. Let's talk about the convenience of Instagram versus Google.
Think of, like, you gotta understand the consumer. Think about this for a second. I have a wife and she wants something done. She wants something painted in the house, and that's not your specialty, right? You do something else, right? I think about this for a second. I need that done, and I'm busy. You're doing whatever. You don't even think about it. Your wife always asks you for thing after thing after thing, right? And so you're scrolling on Google, watching, or on YouTube. Sorry, and now you're scrolling on Instagram, watching your comedy videos, watching whatever you watch on a daily, and right there and then is someone telling you that they can go and handle that paint job in your house in their 15 miles away, right? Now all you have to do is hit one button, they reach out to you, and imagine how easy that sale is. They come to you. And so that's what you need to do as a service business. You need to be in front of the consumer every single day, because so many of these people need your service. They're just not willing to go on Google and hire you. They just forget. It's just, they don't feel like doing it. And so, and it's expensive, and it's kind of a hassle to go hire someone, but on Instagram, it's seamless. Everything is on text nowadays. And so you got to understand that as well. No one wants to hop on a phone call right away unless it's agreed upon. And so if I come in from an ad and you shoot me a simple message where Reyes has a crazy strategy where you could automate it and delegate it, and so they could book you meetings left and right, and then all you have to do is be in front of that consumer's face, and they will convert as soon as they're ready to convert, which oftentimes there's a lot of people in your city that need it right now.
That's so true. I'll piggyback off of that a little bit as well. People need 7 to 12 touch points before they make a sale. On Google, you get 1 touch point when they search for you. On Instagram, when you have Instagram ads running, it will hit their phone multiple times a day, every single day. So you get embedded inside of their head when they think about the service they need. So who you think gets that job? The guy that gets searched 1 time, or the guy that keeps showing up right where they're looking at everything else? Because they want to do, as long as they're on this phone, they want to do everything on this phone. And that's even hiring you for your service. So Boris, here's another thing too. I get a lot of people that I speak to, and we don't work with everyone, only the people that are great fits for us. Yeah. And you know that's how we like to roll. And so here's the thing. When people come in, it's always about a mindset for me, because there's a lot of people that know they need something and they never take action on it. How important is it for them to take action on things when they actually need it? Because what is the cost of not taking action when they want to grow their business?
Dude, here's the thing. Like, if you can't come into the new year, and tell yourself this is going to be a record year. You can't go tell your wife, oh, honey, we're finally going to grow the business. You can't go tell your team and employees, hey, we're onto something here, and not back that up by action. And the only action you need to take, especially when you're trying to scale, is acquisition. That's the only thing you need. You don't need a bigger team. You don't need bigger infrastructure. You don't need more machinery. You don't need more things right now. You need more people seeing you every single day, hiring you, and that way you can start picking and choosing who you want to work with. Because the problem is most service businesses are so good at what they do, and I can relate with it extremely well because I saw my father working as a contractor every single day, and he was like one of the hardest workers. But year after year after year, it was referrals. Would work 5, 6, 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, telling himself this is the year. And one thing he didn't understand is relying on referrals was not enough. And then he just retired. Now I'm taking care of him, which I'm fortunate enough to do that. But he just realized, damn, I should have played things differently. And that's one of the lessons I learned from him. He's like, I should have hired out more. I should have spent more money on marketing. I should have actually grew this business instead of being a solo freelancer trying to do everything, solopreneur trying to handle everything, and being away from my family 24/7, because that's not a real business. Why'd you even get in this place? You're better off getting a 9 to 5 and being home for 5 o'clock dinner than stressing 24/7 and your wife nagging at you. It's like, choose the game. It's either you go all in or you stay on the sidelines.
I like that. And here's another thing that what a lot of people do not understand is our decisions as business owners and entrepreneurs, it doesn't just affect us. It's affecting the things that you want to give to your family, your kids, right? You want to take them on vacations, but you can't because you don't have leads coming in. And then you're scared to take the next step. You're scared to invest in your business. But you can't scale a business like that. We don't operate out of fear, right? Everything in life is better on the other side of fear. So for them, understanding that when we make decisions, guys, we have to think about everyone else it affects. If we don't bring in leads, then the good contractors we have are going to leave. And then what happens to the business? So you keep on having a repeat scaling because systems break, people leave, then we have to find people again, then systems break again.
Acquisition fixes everything because then you can hire talent, right? If with the problem is a lot of service businesses as well, they hire the cheapest employee they can. They hire the person they don't even want to work with. It's a cheap talent that doesn't show up on time, that doesn't take initiative. And the truth is, you could pay a little bit more and have someone that shows up and cares about your business as much as you do, but you're not willing to make that bet because you can't afford them. And the reason you can't afford them is because you are not getting leads in every single day. That solves every single problem.
All right, so Boris, so one last message to service-based businesses who are watching this, who are on the fence of Instagram marketing and doing it specifically with a unique strategy like the one we're running. What would you say to them? What would be the best advice you could give those people, those service-based businesses?
So the best advice I can give you is hire someone that understands where the attention is flowing. Here's the thing. 100 years ago, you would have killed to be on the first page of a newspaper. Now you still think that everything is on Google, where that has been a decade-long game, and now it's all shifted over to Instagram. And the sooner you accept that, and the sooner that you accept that you need to pivot and work with people that specialize in where the attention is going, the sooner you'll grow, the sooner you will take off, the sooner that everything becomes easier. But you need to move your ego. You need to stop thinking that you understand everything. You are good at the task. You are good at being a contractor, a service business, or whatever it is that you do, but you're not that great at marketing. And you need to be real with yourself and hire out experts that actually understand the game. Because look, the reason you are watching this video in the first place is because you came in from a local Instagram ad, and that means that you came into their funnel. Now you're watching this content, building trust, learning all about the service, and you still think that local ads won't work for you, right? It's the same thing that got you guys connected, and so the sooner you take advantage of it, the faster you grow.
Boris, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you, man.
Of course, brother.
Let's crush this year. 2026 is gonna be big,
Big.
and we're scaling with big systems and newer processes that most people don't know. 98% of business owners are not running a strategy like this.
No, they're not.
And the ones who take action first will dominate Austin, Texas with their service, 100%.
And they already are. And they already are. Your clients are already dominating in their city. If you go actually look at Race's clients, they're becoming the best known. They already have the best local brand. They're already getting the best results. You need to understand, like, this is not some theory. This is already happening. And the longer you wait, the harder it is to play catch up.
100%.
All right, man. We just hopped off this yacht. It was sick.
Yes.
The sunset was so beautiful and
So
seeing.
beautiful,
Yeah.
man. It makes you really appreciate life when you just take the time out of your day to like enjoy the fruits of your labor. When you work so hard, guys, you gotta enjoy it, man. And you know, thank God we were on there with some great people, great conversations, and great time. Tomorrow we're heading back to Austin, but it was a great way to end the day. Right now we're gonna go and get some dinner. So
we're gonna enjoy a nice steak dinner.
Let's do it.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Later. All right, guys, here at dinner. Harley, let's do it.
Ray is the big one.
Wait.
All right.
Yeah, let's go.
This is
bro,
the
thanks
man.
for a great weekend, man. We had a
course, bro.
blast.
Of course,
Put on a
Dan.
show. Let's go.
Likewise.
Let's go.
Thanks for everything. It was awesome.
Yeah, Dan. Let's go. Dan's out here. Let's go. My boys.
Yeah, but it's all good. Have a safe drive.
You're the man, man.
And then,